What if gratitude wasn't just a feel good practice, but was your strategy for creating money peace, money overflow, and money clarity, even in a shaky economy? I'm Kendall, and in this episode of the Money Coach School podcast, we're talking about $1 million gratitude as a strategy, not the fluffy journaling from the 90s or toxic positivity, but real identity grounded gratitude that builds momentum and stabilizes your income from the inside out. I'm walking you through 8 powerful strategies to use to rewire how you relate to money so you can stop reacting to uncertainty and stop outsourcing your peace to your Stripe account. And instead, think clearer thoughts and because of that, make bolder moves. This is how you build emotional and financial wealth in any economy. It's all here for you in this episode of the Money Coach School podcast. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Money Coach School podcast. To really excel at coaching women, you have to be skilled, confident, and even fearless at money coaching. If you're passionate about women holding genuine money power and love supporting women entrepreneurs, then this is the show for you. Now here's your host, money feminist Kendall Summerhawk.
Hello, beautiful coach. Welcome back to the Money Coach School podcast. I don't know about you, but given how utterly bizarre the world is right now, especially here in the United States, I am craving, really craving positivity. Things that make me feel good, not just externally, but that feel like soul food. I'm wondering if you're feeling that way too. It's not that I want to hide out from what's happening. It's more of a recognition that because I'm highly intuitive, because I'm highly empathetic, I need to consciously include positivity, humor, things that feel joyful into my daily life. And not just once a day, but throughout the day. And yes, there are choices for how to do this, right? I could eat a bag of cookies. That's not going to help me. I could sleep for 12 hours, which believe me, sometimes is so compelling. I can watch cute cat videos for an hour. But after the first one, that's not going to help either. All of that is just avoidance when what I'm really craving is restoration. Which leads me to today's episode on $1 million gratitude as a strategy. Because in a wacky, wonky economy, when your nervous system feels pulled in 5 different directions and your income might be up and down, gratitude as a strategy, $1 million gratitude is a power play. It's actually your soul move. And I know, gratitude journaling is so 1990s, but what I'm talking about isn't just fluffy optimism, and it's not a mechanical recitation of things that you can feel grateful for. What I'm interested in is soul deep. It's creating emotional wealth. It's identity-based $1 million level gratitude. Because what I'm really interested in, and what I want for you too, is to rewire your relationship to uncertainty and use gratitude not as a reaction, but as a strategy. And you activate a kind of gratitude that builds both money peace and money momentum. So today I'm going to share 8 powerful gratitude strategies to help you create a wealth of gratitude even in a volatile economy. And trust me, these are the same tools I'm using for myself, for my own business, especially in moments where I've had to expand while the world or circumstances are contracting. So let's dive in. Gratitude strategy number 1. Anchor gratitude in identity, not in circumstance. So it's easy to feel gratitude for things that go well or when things are going well, but that's not always soul deep. That's just easy. It's about who you've chosen to become, and I'm going to help you out with this. When your business doesn't hit a goal, when the client doesn't sign, when the month feels low or dry, you can still say, I'm the kind of woman who finds power in every season. I'm the kind of woman who finds power in every season. Now, this is identity-based gratitude because you're finding and acknowledging gratitude in who you are, or at least in who you're becoming. When gratitude becomes who you are, not what you say after something good happens, you become unshakable. It is soul deep. All right, gratitude strategy number 2, be grateful before it arrives. Most people wait until money shows up to feel grateful, But the $1 million gratitude as a strategy says, let me generate that energy now. $1 million gratitude is proactive. Write that down. So before the payment clears, before the new client says yes, before the live goes live, before the launch completes. And I love this so much because it anchors in feeling gratitude instead of being dependent on a result to feel good. So here's how you do this. Every morning, say thank you for something that hasn't arrived yet, as if it's already yours. What you're doing is training yourself to experience greater and greater emotional wealth. So the daily prompt is something like this. What am I already grateful for before the payment clears, before the client says yes or the opportunity lands? What am I already grateful for? And for me, it's usually that I'm grateful for some type of an opportunity. That's where my brain tends to go. So do that first thing as your morning practice. It takes a few seconds and you can do it before you get out of bed. All right, gratitude strategy number 3, audit your mental wealth. Now, I can, and I probably will in the future, do an entire episode on auditing your mental wealth because your emotions are assets that can work for you. They can compound results or they can work against you. So for today, here's what this is going to look like. I'm going to keep it really simple. What do you actually own or possess that no one can touch, that are yours for life? For example, your coaching skills, your reputation, your creativity, your voice. For me, it's my intuition. This is so powerful and feels so good to anchor into. It creates such a feeling of wealth and strength and capability and immense gratitude. And it reminds you that you're never starting from scratch. These are capabilities and skills and internal resources that you have from today until your last breath on this planet. Gratitude strategy number 4, train your brain to see the wins, not just the worries. So we know that our brains are wired to scan for problems, really for danger. And in today's world, danger really shows up as a problem. But you can rewire it to scan for power, and you want to. So here's a very simple 1-minute nightly journaling routine that I recommend you do consistently. That means every night. So you're going to write down one small win, one thing that felt aligned, and one decision that moved your business forward. That's it. Those 3 simple things. This is like 60 seconds. And what this does is it turns your nervous system, it like redirects it from reactivity to being receptive. It trains your brain by expanding what it's taking in and holding on to. And it creates possibility for your business instead of pressure. I love this strategy so much because it's a real building strategy and it's building brick by brick, gratitude by gratitude. I love it. It feels like I'm taking a possibility pill every 24 hours when I do it. And it's like gratitude becomes the lens that you see through, not the afterthought. So it's very, very proactive. All right, gratitude strategy number 5, let fear pivot you into possibility. So we all feel fear in uncertain times or when things feel uncertain for us. But what if you flipped that script? So instead of spiraling, you're actually using fear as a coaching tool, which I love because I'm someone who can so easily slip into a disasterizing fear spiral. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what is this fear making possible? Let me give you an example. Let's say you catch yourself thinking, well, I'm afraid no one's buying coaching right now, which, by the way, is totally not true. But anyway, if that's where your brain goes, you can instead flip it by asking the question, what is this fear making possible? The answer may often sound like another question, which works brilliantly. So in this example, maybe the answer is, what if this fear helps me refine my message? What if this fear helps me streamline my offer? A very different example is maybe your answer to the question is, what is this fear making possible? It could be, the answer is, because things are uncertain, I'm being more intentional. So that's not answering it with a question, which is fine, but you're giving an answer. Because things are uncertain, I'm being more intentional. And I know that's being true for me, absolutely. And in this way, fear is actually an opportunity for growth. It really, truly is. All right. Gratitude strategy number 6, attach gratitude to action. So this one I love so much because it's practical, it's immediate, and it combines gratitude with action, which to me is like one of life's sweetest ways to be. So here's how it works. You're pairing every income generating move with gratitude. And of course, doing this ahead of time. So before you hit send on a new client proposal or a launch email, or before you publish that sales page or that post, whatever, you can say something like this out loud. I'm grateful I get to offer something this valuable, right? I mean, I'm grateful I get to be in this position to offer something this incredibly valuable. And this subtle shift rewires your launch energy, rewires your marketing energy. You're no longer hustling for a yes, you're honoring what you bring to the table. And that kind of energy, it's magnetic. All right, gratitude strategy number 7, use money memories to stay resourced. So when things feel uncertain or you feel wobbly, or if your business is in a dry spot, your nervous system forgets that, you know what, you've done hard things before. So you have to remind yourself. I want you to write down 5 times, 5 moments where money showed up in surprising ways, in unexpected ways, in powerful ways, in abundant ways. That launch that worked, the client who paid in full, the month you didn't think you'd make it, but you did. 5 moments. You can absolutely do this. These are your receipts that you're resourceful, you're capable, and that you are supported. And it gets you to let gratitude bring that back online. This is your, I've done it before, I can do it again move. Okay? All right, last one. Gratitude strategy number 8, create a wealth overflow ritual. This is every week asking yourself, where did overflow show up this week? Was it an overflow of time, of support, of ease in a client DM? This isn't just mindset fluff, it's nervous system training. Because the more that you notice overflow, the more you normalize it. And normalizing it means that this is your normal. It's what you expect and experience on the daily. And what you normalize, you multiply. You might want to write that down. So here's the invitation in our wrap up. Start practicing any of these $1 million gratitude strategies today. And don't wait for the next client who signs up or the next $10,000 that comes in. Do at least 1 or 2 of them right now, because you're not waiting on the economy to give you permission to feel good and to be successful. You're creating overflow from the inside out. And if you're done with scarcity, especially micromanaging scarcity, and you really want to master money, Secret Energy of Money, which is my mastermind, is where we go next. This is where you stop spinning with money, you shift how you relate to money, which means how you think, earn, save, and scale, all so that you can create more money in your business and, most importantly, have more money in your bank account and create both the money emotional maturity and the practical money systems that give you freedom, cash flow freedom, building an unbreakable nest egg freedom, and experiencing overflow throughout your entire business. Secret Energy Money is an entire pivot in your money mindset that quickly goes into practical actions that make a difference in how much money you have in your life, regardless of your income. So in Secret Energy of Money, we go deep into money mindset, deep into money strategy, and the real-time rewiring it takes to create overflow, no matter what the economy is doing. My clients currently in Secret Energy of Money are having great successes. They're signing on clients. They're making more money. They're raising their prices. So this is personal mentoring with me, money mentoring, as your money coach. And inside Secret Energy of Money, you're going to learn practical, clear, specific strategies for how to think, earn, and lead like a woman who knows her value. And you'll see the money overflow in your bank account as a result. Increasing your income, raising your pricing, increasing your bank balances. I'm going to teach you how to do all of that. And you're earning more, keeping more, saving more, and creating money peace within you, which I think is so delicious. So check out Secret Energy of Money at secretenergyofmoney.com. All right, my beautiful soul. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your loyalty. And remember, money coaching changes lives, starting with yours. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Money Coach School podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow so you never miss an episode. Also, I would so love and appreciate if you would leave a 5-star review. Your review supports women just like you in discovering all of the juicy tips and insights I'm sharing here on how to coach women on money. And if you want to learn how to excel at coaching women on money, definitely go to kendallsummerhawk.com and check out the wealth of money coach trainings that we have for you. Thanks so much for being part of this money coaching movement and for tuning into the show every week.